Welcome back to... Holy freg, a giant ant! Somebody call the Orkin Man! So apparently the fat kid causes an earthquake, which causes giant ants to appear. And who has to deal with it but me? But I am supposedly the only guy with the weapon in town, so yeah, I'll take up the fight. I will say, this battle music is quite often used in this game, as I believe it's the only boss battle tune, except for when you get to the final parts, but I do like it. What I don't like, however, is how easy it is to die in this fight. This is like your first major boss battle, and you have like almost no chance. Look, I can't even charge up an attack, because he's just so quick with the rapid fire acid breath, and I don't know. He's a little frustrating, I'll just put it that way. Okay, can knock you unconscious, hits you while you're down. You don't have time to charge your attack, you just gotta wait till you get your full charge of 100% and just keep hacking away at him. Fortunately, this is a fight that you can't actually lose. No matter how many times you die, that strange old man up above will save you. And just like that, the mantis ant is down. We do our nice little victory dance as he disappears into magic sparkles of death. Now, most of the time when you fight one of the bosses and you defeat them, you get an orb. We don't know what the orbs do yet, but apparently this one has something to do with the sword. And now the man's gonna pull us up. Wait a second! If you could just pull us up, why did you leave me down there to fight that thing first? Oh god, you're just as sadistic as Professor Oak. So, although we saved the town from this giant mantis ant by being the only one apparently who can fight it, as you're about to see, we get kicked out of town for, I guess, causing the mantis ant to appear. I mean, what better logic than to take the savior of your town and banish him so that he can no longer protect your town from future monsters. And here comes little Dunce Cap. He says the elder would like to speak with me. I'm sure I'm getting a medal. So this old man is named Gemma. We'll see him a couple times throughout the adventure. He acts as sort of like your guide through the main part of the story. Although he disappears quite often, you have to find what town he's in to find out what's going on. So, the entire village is up in arms about the monsters, and of course, you get the blame for it. That's what happens when you fall off a log over a waterfall. And apparently this is a democratic town because the elder gets voted out and you have to leave. Such a sad start to the game. He has no choice. However, he gives me some lovely parting gifts downstairs. Let's go see what we got. Gotta shake the treasure open and smack it, and we get 50 gold pieces. That won't buy crap. So if you talk to him now, you get a nice little backstory into your own character here. As he's gonna get into, you were left here by your mother when you were just a baby. She disappeared soon afterwards, and there's no sign of who your father was, so you're essentially an orphan. And maybe someday we will find our mother. Until then, let's go find some goblins or something. Before you leave town, you can buy items if you need them, but with 50 gold, you can't buy nothing. But, I don't want to... Ah, screw it. And as like any young man sitting out in the world, let's hack up a rabbit. Now if you come off to the side here, there's the Cannon Travel Center. We'll be making extensive use of these throughout the early part of the adventure. They basically connect you to certain locations across the landscape. This one will take you right to the Water Palace, and the first trip here is free. I'm not going to take it though, because I want to actually gain experience and level up along the way. Which is, when you're playing an RPG, that is the wiser thing to do. So you're going to see a lot of whacking and hacking and slashing of all these innocent little creatures. If that's how you get your kicks, then you're in the right place. Stupid flower. These flowers, I think if they hit you with a certain kind of powder, they can put you to sleep temporarily, so try and keep your distance from them. Wait for your full charge to power up, and then take them out. And there's a sorry attempt at a Goomba. They should give you a jump attack. Actually, they do. There you go. Squash the Goomba. Get some more plants along the way here. Apparently he hit me without even touching me. But he's dead, so everything is right with the world. Yeah, with your charge up too, you have to make sure you leave yourself enough distance to actually jump in and hit them. Because if you jump in and you're within range of them to hit you, they can hit you before your attack connects. And just like that, I leveled up, got all my hit points back, I'm ready to go. But I can stop over to Nico's place, which is a very exciting place because Nico, as you will see, isn't your regular shopkeep/innkeeper. You can go in here and buy some items from a little kitty. Hi kitty, you're so cute. Let me buy something. Well, let's see what we got for sale today. We got some candy, 20 gold. We got the wristband, which is armor for yourself. There's 3 different types of armor. There's like body, head, and arm. And you can equip one of each thing. And of course, you can get stronger ones later on throughout the game. A lot of these items you'll see a lot more in-depth later on. Candy essentially is your main healing item. It heals back 100 hit points, I believe. Chocolate is your next level up for 250. And another main item you'll be using a lot is the Cup of Wishes, which is the only way to bring characters back to life. So you can see here I'm just equipping all the different armor I just picked up. Because armor makes it so you die less. And with our armor in tow, we're off to the Water Palace. Comes another little rabbite. And just like with any RPG, you can stick around certain areas for a while and you'll be getting experience, but then it takes more experience the higher levels you go. So, hey, who's this strange fellow? Pandora? Eleni? Haunted Forest? I don't know these names. Well, maybe Haunted Forest. That's Major Dyluck. He shows up a couple times throughout the story. He plays a somewhat important role. And they're off. I would join you fellas, but unfortunately, I don't care. I've got something else to do. So this is the main entrance to the Water Palace. Nice and peaceful. There's no monsters at all except Gemma. Lead the way, old creepy man. Thanks once again for saving me from that bug. Now, for whatever reason, you have to activate switches to make staircases here. Doesn't sound like a big problem, but as you'll see with multiple characters, it kind of gets annoying if one person steps on a button. Everyone connects to it. So now we're looking for Luca. Apparently that's what this blue-haired person is. And she's apparently 200 years old. Let's find out what her whole deal is. So she recognizes the mana sword even though I was told it was covered in rust. Now the monsters are invading villages and she already knows about this. Mana has been growing weaker, so that's why the sword's seal was able to be broken and that I could take it. So that makes you wonder, did me taking the sword break the seal, or was the seal actually breaking because of the monsters, and therefore the sword was inevitably going to be mine? It's kind of one of those predestined things you get in most video games. And what she's saying here, you know that sword's orb that I picked up earlier? If I take it to a certain character in the game, he can take the orb, forge it with the sword, and make it a stronger weapon for me. That allows you to charge it up to higher levels and get more special abilities with each of the different weapons. So there's apparently the Mana Fortress that we've heard about in the legends. The Empire is trying to unlock the Mana Seeds and find the Mana Fortress to conquer the world. So, while Gemma heads off to Pandora, I have to go to Gaia's navel to reforge the Mana Sword. You gotta love them dwarven people. Hurry up, Gemma. Just go. Bye. Alright, folks, we'll see you in part number 3.